Hello and welcome back to Google.rs. It's Byron speaking. And for a moment there I had to think what I should say because I was confused by the little delay when recording here, but I will get used to it eventually. So in the previous session we have cleaned up the index.html code a bit, which puts us in a great position, in the position that we want to be in to add a crates backlink to the index here. So for instance, in case of the API, if you click here, you get the API docs, obviously. That's all good and nice, but I would like to, right here, have a crates link. Yeah. I mean, here also I don't have a crates backlink. So I guess what I want to do is have a function that produces this crates backlink and then maybe put it in here as well. That from here you can back to crates, and here you can also get to crates, which could be useful just to hop back and forth between the different kinds of documentation that there are, get back to the repository and so on. Yeah, let's just do it for completeness. Besides that, once there are CLI download links here for OS X and Linux, which is next, the API looks a bit, a little poor if it doesn't have its own icon here. So I guess if I had this fav icon here, or maybe even that one, that's already a possibility. Yeah, that looks good. Actually, can I link to that? Oh, no, that was the wrong one. Can I link to that? Oh, that wasn't the right one either. Okay, copy image URL. What about that? Assets cargo small. Yeah. This hash here doesn't look, or does look like it wants to change all the time, huh? Nginx is running you. I didn't know. Yeah, but I guess I can also get the GitHub repository. Let's look for assets there. Maybe I even ship my own crates logo so that I'm sure that this will always remain there. And then I can just put it locally. Yeah. Or maybe the crates logo is even part of it here somewhere. Let's see what we get. No fav icon, no image whatsoever. Kind of makes sense. Yeah, so I obviously can get the image. Right now I have no means really to copy it, so I would like to link it to somewhere else. GitHub, Rust, Lang. Crates? I have no idea. Let's try that. Maybe there's some crate related stuff here. Crates IO index. Okay, that's what's always being asked for. Crates IO. That's the one. So I'm sure that here there should be some asset files lying around. Oh, there's even some Rust. Yeah, so where's the asset file? App. Here's the app. Controllers, route services, views. Is this Angular by any chance? Ember. So what wasn't done by Alex Crichton, by the way? It's crazy. All right, Ember, who cares? Mixin, so that doesn't look like that. Oh, there's a fav icon. Can you? Okay, so that's something I could use. 32 by 32, I guess. What's this? Assets. So here we go. Logo small. So that's what I want to link to, and then I can just use raw, and as long as these files don't change, I shall be fine. Crate PNG. Yeah, let's think about the style. I mean, that is kind of a very simplified style, which I probably like. Depends on the style of the other icons, that's for sure. So now to make something fast, you probably wanna, yeah, okay. Let's speed this up a little. This is too painful. Are you done already? I don't think this thing is done. Let's just clone it here for now. And public assets. So what the I thought, what the heck? Why is this loading so long? Actually, it's not loading so long. Okay. Oh, it's very small icons except for that. Yeah. Well. And the fav icon. How does that look like? I think the fav icon is more like what I want, even though it's just a small version of that. Yeah, I have no idea. Let's try the fav icon for now. I don't even know if that can be linked directly. So we go with raw. Oh, so apparently the browser is able to show it. That's exactly the size. That's small, loads fast. Okay, so I've got my link here. That's important. Oh, I might just assign myself. Why not? Good. And that's it. So let's add an image. EMG source something. Probably want to set the dimension as well. Oh my god, I have no idea what I'm doing. HTML image size. Yeah, I want to fix it. Probably nowadays you use CSS for that anyway. So I guess I want to try that as well. Image source, height, width. Is there some CSS note about this? No. Yeah, I forgot everything about CSS. Again. Since my last adventure in the web world. Yeah, I know you could access stuff by classes like .img, and then you can basically just set the values to what you want. Yeah, I will try that. First, I tried with this one. So here we are. It's ugly as fuck, but index.html can doc index.html. Oh, it's probably excluded, so I can't open it directly. Okay. Yeah. Creates IO. Good. So let's get that. Again, doc index.html, just to have a look at what comes out of there. Yeah, it's totally ugly, I know. But it doesn't have to be pretty, that's the good thing. HTML doesn't care about white space, and so do I not care about white space. That is just that. So are you done? You're soon to be done. Okay. So there is a class for each item. So now I already have to check it. Just hard-code it by name. If it's API, then we do this. If it's CLI or anything else, we assume it's a program that you can download, and that's how we generate this stuff. Creates. I have a few functions here already. API index. Create dir. Oops. And I think here I want to put the other things as well. Yeah, def creates IO URL. I think we need name, version. Where do I want to link to, by the way? I think just to the name, huh? We don't link to a particular version. Could we do that? Could we link to a particular version? We totally could. Does it make a difference? it totally does. So let's link to a particular version just because we can, which is easy enough. You have to be careful though, because the underscore stuff doesn't happen. But I have create dir, I do have everything. I think library name, that's what I want for this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's keep this around somewhere here, and this shall be the base. Creates IO creates, and here we go with the name of the library. Here we go with the version, but it must be the full version, including the revision ID, version revision. That's that. And do I use it somewhere? Here. See, create version. So that's going to be this. Let's try to make it up. So one of them, fill it out, I mean. One of them is definitely create version, which is version and revision. That's that. And the other one is the library name. Oops, I think. Let's try. Which is name. Oh, why does it need the version, by the way? Library name, normalized library name. I think that's maybe a normalized library name. Where's the Google coming from? Library to create name. Double click manager 1. Okay, so that's indeed library to create name, and then we get the dash stuff. This is the function we want here. So we need the library name of name version, then library to create name, and that's the transformation that we are looking for. Okay, so here you have creates IO URL. There we go. That is the one part. The other part we just hard code the raw, the fav icon thing here. I think that's sufficiently safe to do. Unless I could also put it into the configuration. Before I put any magic values in there, let's put it into the configuration. Because, yeah, I think creates.io is not going to go anywhere, so hard coding this here is okay. But for the sake of beauty, yeah, cargo, we just put the other stuff here, so I don't know. It's like, I will have two other of these. Let's call it maybe index, HTML index, and then assets. Yeah, let's call it HTML index assets and index that by name. Asset URLs. HTML index. Yeah, we want to access this using dot notation. So it's like this. Asset. Yeah, let's put the data the way we want to read it. We can change the layout anyway later. So right now, I'm just going to call it asset URLs and say creates img, which should be this. And there we go. HTML index asset URLs creates img. So that, yeah, no, we index it by key. So that's how that goes. Good. So you can access it real nice and easy. Creates IO to creates IO URL. So now we basically have everything we need to set up this thing. Oh, and I think Final Cut is done exporting and now just does nothing. So that's cool. So I can real quick take the second step of my workflow, which, oh, don't need that anymore. Which means I have to upload this. I just want to use my bandwidth and start uploading as soon as possible, because that's the first session for today. And I want to get started with that. Boom. Thank you very much. How big is that, by the way? 640. That's quite big. For 24 minutes? That's weird. Because sometimes it's like just 800 megabyte or something for nearly an hour. But it really varies depending on how much I do, it seems crazy. I thought this would be more efficient. I don't know if I can afford like this high quality, but I want to afford. And I guess before I don't afford it, I just, upload even more. Problem also with the uploads using FTP is that when my IP is reset, this program freaks out and stops uploading. I can resume, that's fine, but it will then possibly do hours and hours of nothing, which is a waste. So let's see if I find better ways to sync that stuff. Probably I do. Yeah, probably I do. So let's go back here and see if we can hack some image together. So here we go, API name. What happens is that we put the name, which links to something, and then behind that, I want to put an image. If not last, we put a comma. So basically right here, we put an image. If API name is API, for now just that. In the else case, there will be upload stuff happening. So we put 2 more images. But anyway, in this case, I think it's like image source is then, yeah, it's HTML index, asset URLs, creates image. So that's a nice creates image. How do I make it a link? Do I have to wrap it in NA? I think I do, huh? Image source, and then I just terminate that right away, like this. And then height. This is done in pixels, right? I have to say that? No, I don't even have to say that. Apparently, I don't. Height, I don't know, 32? Actually, this is 32 by 32 anyway, so let's use it like this for now. Let's see what that does. I have no idea. Make. Why does it reboot? Because I changed the shared YAML, so now I have to wait for YouTube to compile, but I think that's done relatively quickly. And I do wonder why my CPU is still heating like that, because Final Cut is done. Probably just takes a while to get down to same temperatures, 100 degrees and rising at fan speeds of 6K. So I don't know. Apparently it's QuickTime Player using much more. Or yeah, I'm trying to look on my second screen just to see. Wow. It's QuickTime Player going in at 325%, so 3 cores. Crazy. This was faster last time. Maybe it couldn't use the... Yeah, maybe it can't use the... Because Final Cut was using all the resources on the graphics card, maybe it couldn't put it onto the graphics card. Now it's all CPU. I have to evaluate this because this sucks. This is too much CPU just for recording the screen. That's something you feel, and I don't know what kind of sad things happen. Anyway. Yeah, 3 cores, that's definitely too much. So here we go with the rebuild index. And that can possibly put me some image somewhere. Let's see. There's an image. Awesome. It's not linked yet, but it's an image. I guess I want it smaller, like much smaller. Let's try. Height is 32. I have no idea. That's points, huh? That should be points because of the retina display stuff. So pixels is, working in pixels is a bad idea nowadays. Probably forever, but now definitely. Okay. Excuse me. Is that 30? Is that supposed to be 32? Really? I'm not sure. Well, if you say it's 32, I say it's too big. Maybe 24, huh? Okay, it's getting smaller. That's something. And it should also be a bit further down, but I wouldn't know how to do that. And that also works. Yeah, let's make it 16 then. So 16 should be the size of the images we put there, I think. Yeah, okay. That looks good. Small. And I guess I want to have a mouse over. Do I get this if, like a tooltip thing? IMG? No, not the span, man. IMG, man. Tooltip? Is this the tooltip? No. Oh, interesting. That is nothing. Yeah, image tooltip. How do I get that? HTML, IMG, tooltip. Because I wanted to say, well, this thing on creates image source, alt, title. Title. Title is this API on crates.io. Okay. Actually, I didn't even put the link yet. So, do I enclose it in A? I have no idea. Like, image, HTML, IMG, A, href. Yeah, exactly. I'm so dumb. So how do I do it? Okay, so I do enclose it. That was the question. That was all I wanted to know. So href. Okay. Is it smart enough to do that right? It is. Nice. href is, now we go with the crates IO URL. And then what it needs is name, version, revision. Sorry. That's AN, and revision is a Oops. We don't have revision information. We don't have revision information here. I could load. Do I load this? Do I load each? I thought by now maybe I actually load this for each API that I iterate over. I quickly load the entire data structure, but probably not. Okay, I don't do this. Yeah, so we work without the revision then. Create version. Yeah, we don't have that. No revision. Fine. I can simplify this a little. Create IO URL. And there we go. So that should be a beautiful link back to this API on creates.io. Now I changed the util.py, so it has to rebuild the API again. Fair enough. I'll be sitting here and watch this. Oh, interesting. Did I remove this already? I think I did. Soon. It's crazy. I have to. This power consumption here is incredible. I don't know. Maybe it was Final Cut. I will check it. But that's of course very sad because it should always use the GPU to do that kind of workload. Excuse me? Generates CLI to just get the make docs going. Fair enough. Here we go. Now I should have a tooltip. This API in creates.io. And now I link to creates.io. And it's getting somewhere. Cool. That is that. I think